Alright everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jordan here from Airfare Gaming, back with a deck profile. I've been out of the game for about a month or so now. I just went to locals today, threw together some jank that I literally thought of in like about 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so before a tournament. I had a lot of thought. Shout out to my boy Kevin, team member, hero god, But I'll just go ahead and just skip the introductions and all that, and just go straight into the deck profile. So this is it's just an idea I thought of, and it worked out okay. I got top four on X1. So here we go. So first off, Crystal Beast stuff. 3 Sapphire Pegasus, pretty standard. 3 of the new guys. So this new guy is actually really fucking good. Basically, he gets set from Crystal Bond or Sapphire Pegasus to spell trap, and then you basically tribute him off to the banish, and you get to special summon any of the Crystal Beasts. I think it's level 4 or lower Crystal Beast. And then you get to search for a Rainbow Dragon. So I don't play this deck like a traditional way, like a lot of people have been doing. This deck's completely different. The way my whole mindset today. My mindset is that the Crystal Beast monsters are just fodder for everything to happen, as far as like control variants and just having cards in hand, having card advantage. So the only one that was actually useful today was the Sapphire Pegasus. I never once did the special summon effect with him because I never wanted him in my hand because he's essentially a brick and I just want to set him. So that's it for that. For those were the only multiples of the Crystal Beast guys, because you play 1 rainbow, 1 topaz, 1 amber, 1 emerald, 1 cobalt, 1 ruby. I thought about playing 2 of them, but then I remember that I'm not playing the standard way, so it would have never worked. And 1 amethyst cat, the standard Crystal Beast one-ofs. Like I said, they're all like ruby comes in clutch if I'm trying to go late game special summoning, but they're all just fodder and just food for other cards in the deck. Now on to the spice nobody's probably thought about. It probably will never work for anybody else but at the specific locals. But I'm playing a Despia engine, a small one, very, very small. I'll just show off the spells too, just because it's all in the same. 3 branded, 2 branded in red. Yeah, this is a very small Albaz package, basically. Just 2 of him, 1 Albaz, and 1 Tragedy. Really, it's just to have it. Brand Fusion's really powerful. Mirror Jade's a really good card. And the thing I noticed the 2 about my deck today is that I didn't really special summon from the extra deck much. Unless it was like late game stuff. This was early game. Stuff was like late game, like grind game stuff. So yeah, and another thing too with Brand of Fusion is that I can use Albaz and I can use Ruby Carbuncle as a material, so I could send them to the graveyard if I ever wanted to do a Rainbow Dragon play, but that was never happening. It was just a target. Brand Red's too strong, all that. And another thing too about this variant, I'll get into the spells here in a second of why, because the spells were the main part of the deck. It doesn't really make sense in essence, but once you start playing with it more, like I did today, I was playtesting hands right before tournament started. It started all to make sense to me. I want and only hand trap in the main. Keep that in mind. Just in the main, just 3 ash. Ash is just still too good. On to the spells that are important. 2 Crystal Bond and 3 Rainbow Bridge. So essentially, Rainbow Bridge is 3 of any of the crystal spells. It's just amazing. Like, I didn't want to play 3 of this because this is a hard once per turn. So if I wanted it, I wanted to search it. Or I just wanted to draw it opening hand. So I didn't want 3 of it in brick with it. Because this card is really, really damn strong. 3 of the Crystal Ultimates quick spell. So this card's only good when you go through the line of having the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon go out, and then you search the Rainbow Dragon. This card's only live when that happens. But basically, this is 3 more of this card. Yeah. Let me just reposition. Yeah, this is the best card in the deck by far. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So this is 3 more of this card because I want to see this card as much as possible. This is literally the game winner. It has 3 different effects that happen. The first one, the main one, is that it gives me an additional normal summon of any Crystal Beast monster. And then the next one is that I can pop any of my Crystal Beast cards, and basically destroy them. But if they're in monsters, they'll get crystallized. And so I'll be able to search a crystal spell or trap, which then in turn lets me search out these bad boys. So yeah, that's what they'll do. I'll explain these in a bit. And then the last part, a lot of people didn't really know or care about for some reason, is that if I popped one of my monsters and then went to the spell trap, I get to bounce this and a card on their field or any card on the field back to the hand. So it kind of caught a lot of people off guard. And this is any time when one of those monsters get to the spell trap zone. So if they pop it during their turn, like they destroy my monster and it goes, I can do it during their turn. So it's a good interruption. But onto the other crystal cards. Beacon's really clutch. Especially summon any of the crystal beasts I need if I got 2 or more of them in the spell trap. I did not know this today. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the judge ruled it for me today. This allowed me to special summon the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. So that was so lit, in my opinion. I was like, wow, I can just summon a 3k beater for free for my deck. So that can pretty much push for game. So the ratios with the traps, this is very controversial as far as the Crystal Beast people go. I'm playing 1 Conclave and 2 Miracle instead of like more Conclave and 1 Miracle. So Conclave's cool and all, but the problem with it is that all it does is bounce. It doesn't negate effects or anything. I'm a Omni negate type of guy. And the fact that these cards, regardless, they say you can send or destroy whatever any of your Crystal Beast cards that I control. So either my spell ones or my monster ones, it didn't matter. So I thought this was plus as far as that went. That's why I stated earlier that most of my Crystal Beast cards were less monsters and more just food for stuff like this to help me keep going. So there's all the Crystal Beast related spells and traps. Yeah, Rainbow Bridge is broken. Crystal Bond's broken. There's combo, obviously. I learned this deck in like 2 days. 3 impermanent, 1 called by. That's it. Nothing special. This might as well be my other hand trap. I have 6 hand traps in total, essentially, and then called by because I don't want my searches to get negated if I draw them. So there's 44 cards in the main. Here's my extra deck. My level 4s. I'll just go with my level 4 package. Xyz. Zeus is good. I never really went into it today. I didn't need to. Lightning Story, same problem. The ones to be honest, the ones I went to more were Dugaris and Baguska. Baguska saved my ass so many times because it just skipped people's turns and it just let me draw cards more, and then I could set up on my turn to just blow them out. And then Dugaris, I didn't really use the Reborn or the draw one. The one I used was the double attack point, so I could attack for game. For the big Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. But these cards are naturally good in general. Like against Tier Element, you can use this. Against any backroad deck, you use this. Same thing with this. And then Zeus is just to blow out, just to cripple them. I'll do my links second. So it's a really small link package, like extremely small. It's just the IP stuff. There's no reason for me to go into other links. If I could, I would do the Appaloosa play. But like I said, I threw this deck together in like 20 minutes. Nobody had Appaloosa at all. I didn't have an Appaloosa. So I just had to go with what I could think of real quick. Yeah, this is what it was, just an IP package. It's really clutch. Now on to the Fusion branded part. So, well, these I'll just lay them out. So as you can see, it's only 1/0 of each of them. Usually most of the time if I go into one of them each, I'll win the game regardless, because I'll blow them out so much with like the other XZs if I can go into them that turn, if I didn't use Branded Fusion, or the Crystal Beast Dragon. But most of the time they would scoop because I would just out-resource them and just negate their stuff so they couldn't play, so I just killed them. Yeah, Guardian Chimera came in clutch today. So another thing too about this deck, since Branded and Red is in here, a lot of the Crystal Beast monsters I keep on the field, they stay on the field, so that way it's food for Chimera. And since the monster count is much bigger than the spell count, So on trap count, I'll more than likely have monsters in my hand. So Brandon Red will always be alive, basically, as long as one of the Despia monsters or Fallen Albaz is in the grave. Mirror Jade was that boy, you know, and set, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go into Dragus Lepellion, and I didn't go into Masquerade much. Didn't need to, just blew them out. But, yeah, that's the extra deck. That's what I came up with. If you have any suggestions, that'd be really cool. Side deck, man, this was thrown together. 3 DD Crow, 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Nibiru, and 2 D Shifter. Some people would play this in the main. During test playing this over the weekend and last week, D Shifter's not that good in this deck. I was doing more of like the usual like combo, like summoning out, spamming out Rainbow Dragons and such. But just in general, this isn't good because I only run one-ofs of things. So if I pop them, they're not coming back. There's no way for me to recur them back. So no, I only play this if I'm going to go second or basically whenever I'm playing against a deck that needs their graveyard really bad. So yeah, Nibiru just because it's a good hand trap. Bell against Tear Element if I played against them or against Sprite. 3D Crow is a blowout against Tear Element and sometimes Sprite. But the one card that actually went in today was Triple T. Triple T in the side, I saw it all the time today, and I used it. I played against a Fluanderese player. Both games I won was because of tactics. Because he would activate their trap card, and I would always open this. So I would literally just normal summon one time with Pegasus and set, and then he would do the trap, and then he would summon out the barrier statue. I didn't care about the barrier statue because it's wind, and I can just run him over. So he kept doing his things, you know, just played this, take his M pen, and they couldn't do nothing to me, and I killed them. So yeah. And then my back row out, Cosmic Cyclone. You know, this is a very basic side deck. I would change it up a whole lot more if I had more cards. But like I said, I just got back in the game. My boys were helping me today, so shout out to them. Be sure to check out the channel some more. There's a lot of content coming out. As far as like other card games go, you can check out our Shopify. We got a lot of shirts and hoodies coming out soon, especially since wintertime is coming. So get your hoodies now. Yeah, but just be on the lookout for more content, guys. Be sure to subscribe, please. And deuces.